Let's talk about how Bethany not only exploited and groomed Penny, Lacianica, and Zoe, but Dejanay, her own younger cousin.
Ladies, this is Gary. He's hosting the party. What's up with you three? Okay, the guys say you're tripping. Us? But grow up. Okay, when they're not looking at you is when you need to be worried. We're only 14. If it wasn't for Tony.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for tuning back in. I'm back with another Proud Family video. And if you saw my last video, this is just a piggyback off of that. This video is going to be specifically about Bethany Jones, Dejanay's older cousin, who groomed and exploited her and her friends just for popularity, just for money. And I really want to talk about this because looking back at the episode, it hit me like, wow. Now again, for a more in-depth analysis of the episode and of the main premise of growing up too fast and the lesson learned with that, you can look at my last video I did. But this video, I really want to talk about Bethany Jones and her dangerous, predatory grooming ways that even affected her own younger cousin.
Yeah, all they want to do is, well, I don't know exactly what they want to do, but we're not doing it.
With grooming, right, there's steps to it. There's a pattern. There's a common pattern with it, right? Now, this episode didn't really go deep into it. You know, this was a Disney cartoon 20 plus years ago. But the signs, the steps, everything was there. And in this situation, in this instance, and in many other real life instances, you know, as we've seen in all these documentaries, Quiet on the Set, and a lot of different things with child stars, most of the grooming comes from the adults in their life. Maybe even sometimes the family, like Bethany, Dejanay's own cousin, because they care about the profit they could earn over their own child's or cousin or family members' comfortability. With grooming comes the idea of prepping and getting them ready and making them trust you into doing things even if they don't feel comfortable. Oh, you know, it's me, trust me. You want this, you gotta do this. You want that, you gotta do that.
Other thing you have to do is wear those outfits that you wore on Hip Hop Helicopter. No problem. I promised my mom I'd never wear that outfit again.
And one of the first steps is using her professional position, using her job to get them to a certain place, right? Now, here's the tricky thing with this. In the beginning, you could tell she didn't really care. Like, it was like, oh, okay, I got them these tickets. They can leave me alone. As you can see, they were just annoying little middle schoolers to her.
Hip Hop Helicopter! Okay, y'all better hip hop out of my car. I gotta pick up my real girls. Y'all gotta walk. Be there by 5 or you won't get in. I'm out.
But what happened after they won that dance competition on the show she worked on? The light bulb went in her head and she was like, okay, I could work with this. I could use them for this. Let me be their manager.
And I want to give a special shout out to my cousin Bethany, who believed in us. Hey, Beth! By the way, I'm your new manager. We split everything 50-50. We'll talk about the details later.
And what's another thing you see with grooming, especially when it comes to the younger kids, right? It's the manipulation of the parents. Now, she was already Dejanay's older cousin, so that was handled. Oh, it's my older cousin. Especially with Penny's parents being the hardest to convince, especially with Oscar. What did she do? She went over to the house with them and bribed them and said, oh, you know, it's wholesome fun. You know, it's me. They with me. You know, I got their best interests.
I'm Dejanay's cousin Bethany, and I assure you, the girls will be fine. There's nothing but good, wholesome fun. Because
of that attitude, it was kind of like okay, I trust my child with her. Oh, that's Dejanay's older cousin? Oh, okay. And Dejanay's family. Oh, I trust my daughter with my niece. That type of thing. But anybody can have ulterior motives, even your own family members. And especially when it comes to the entertainment industry, and you'll see that they'll take something that they just want to have fun with, something that they found an interest in, you know, dancing, doing a little dance, go on a show with your friends, have fun, you end up winning. Okay, Dejanay's cousin took that, wanted to become their manager, and was going to squeeze every little thing she could get out of them.
You made your girls walk to the studio. Oh, well, that's before you blew up the spot and became celebrity.
What's another thing that Bethany did when she was with them? She had them isolated. So now she's picking them up, making sure that they're alone. She's driving along with them. And now she's telling them, all right, wear those outfits again. Those revealing outfits. Oh, also, make sure you tell everybody at this party that you're 17.
Wear those outfits that you wore on Hip Hop Helicopter. No problem. Tell everybody you're 17. What?
You're going to jail. That way.
Period! So now, you're potentially setting up your cousin, your young 14-year-old cousin, and her friends to be harassed and objectified at this party. Make sure you told them to wear revealing outfits that show their stomach and arms and legs so they could be even more the center of attention. Because you know, those outfits were the ones that made them popular. It wasn't just a little dance, it was the outfits that really stood out. It was like, oh, wow. Now, you're telling them to lie and say that they're 17, so the guys that approached them can be like, oh, we're around the same age, so it's no problem. You know, I can hit on her and she'll understand what I'm doing. She'll take the hint, not knowing that they're 14 and naive. And you know, in the real world, some don't even care about that. 14, 17, they just want what they want.
Oh my God.
I talked about this in the last video. When things started going wrong or things started getting awkward and uncomfortable, and Penny and Dejanay started picking up on things.
You know, a boyfriend. You know, we should start hanging out sometime. What you think?
Excuse me. These guys are whack. Yeah, I don't know. It's like they're looking right through you.
And what did Bethany say?
What's up with you three? Okay, the guys say you're tripping. Us? Look, quit acting like babies and get with the program. Okay, either that or go home.
She told them to get with the program, indicating that at one point she may have been programmed herself into doing certain things, acting a certain way. And her bringing them to that party to mingle with the older guys, making them lie about their age, she had some underlying intentions with that. And when they first got to the house and she introduced him to Gary, you could tell obviously her and Gary had some type of rapport with each other. They had some type of connection with each other.
Oh, good. Ladies, this is Gary. He's hosting the party. This is off the easy.
And it was basically like she was giving them away, like, all right, I got 4 new victims for you.
Gary, meet LPDZ.
Oh, hey, welcome, ladies. Welcome.
Wait a minute, hold on.
When they didn't comply with what she wanted, she got upset.
Y'all fired.
And this may be a little out there, but was it me or in that whole scene, it kind of gave the vibe of like a madam or like a female pimp getting on her girls for not satisfying the non-paying customers.
Hold up, wait. Oh my God, hold up.
And I gotta say, this may get a little deep because it's a Disney cartoon, but just further analyzing this, just imagine if, you know, this is Dejanay's older cousin. Imagine if she took Dejanay to the party by herself. And she didn't have Penny and Lacianica and Zoe with her. And she just, oh, Dejanay, go mingle, go. Okay, tell him you're 17. You told him you're 17? All right, go mingle. Oh, that guy like you. That guy keep looking at you. Go over there, talk to him. And then Dejanay is uncomfortable, and then you would think her older cousin had best interest. And it's like, what's wrong with you? Like, go talk to him. It's like, whoa, you don't even feel protected. Your older cousin sitting there watching you get harassed. And instead of checking the guys, she's checking you for not liking it.
Why are you doing that?
And that just brings me to the whole idea of that sometimes wolves can lurk in sheep's clothing. Now you see her from her appearance, she seems like an older cousin, you know, she's fashionable, she got her stuff together, she's popular, blah, blah, blah. But sometimes, you know, the predators and the groomers are not just, you know, overweight, middle-aged men that look like basement dwellers. It could be a 20-year-old girl that invited you to a party.
Sometimes.
Always?
Not always, no. Sometimes. That means sometimes.
That whole entire thing made it seem like she was like a recruiter. Like she recruited Dejanay and her friends to come to the party and do whatever. And segue, talking about the outfits in today's time, the outfits they wore, and I've seen a lot of people saying this, they wasn't even that bad, especially considering like what a lot of 12 or 13 or 14-year-old girls wear now. And I can tell you, when I worked retail, especially during the summertime, there used to be like a lot of girls, I could average 12, 13, 14, that used to come into the store I worked at with like crop tops, really short shorts, and just walk around, you know, their belly button pierced. Sometimes they would come with their friends. Other times they would come with the parents. And I'm like, oh, parents, both of the parents, is letting their daughter walk around like this. And then, you know, me being on the floor, fixing my section, I would see them in my area shopping. And while they were in my section, I would see the mother trying to help the daughter shop, the daughter that's wearing the crop top and the belly piercing, that look about 13. And say, for example, her name was Amanda. She'd be like, Amanda, what about this? And then the girl would be like,
I don't need help.
you could tell the mother was trying to pick out certain outfits that wasn't so revealing, right? And the daughter would be like, no, I don't like that. Oh, I want this. I want that. And then, say, for example, I rang them up at the register and they got all kind of crop tops and short shorts and sometimes little sweaters and baggy pants. But I'm like, wow. But that's another thing. Growing up too fast and being enabled by your parents to do that. You know, you get to a certain age and, you know, certain girls think, oh, I gotta dress like this. I'm 14, I'm 15 now. I don't wanna wear this, I don't wanna wear that. You don't gotta wear like little poofy tutu dresses, but you know, also gotta wear a crop top showing your stomach and getting your belly button pierced. You know, to me, I feel like I said, there's an age limit to certain things. A 13-year-old walking around with a crop top all the way up to here with her belly button pierced.
I don't understand. I swear to God, I don't understand.
Same thing with that whole Sephora viral moment where a lot of 12 and 13-year-olds were going through all the Sephoras, rummaging through all the makeup, trying to get face creams and face serums and all kind of drunk elephant, all these different facial makeup products at 13 and 12 and 11 years old. And what did a lot of the Sephora workers say? The parents will be right there enabling it. You got your 12-year-old daughter running around Sephora trying to get makeup and face creams, and instead of being like, put that back, you coming up to the register with her, or you giving her your credit card to go pay for it.
Down like that, okay?
And that reminds me of the whole toddlers and tiaras thing, the beauty pageants, having 6-year-old girls wear all this face full of makeup, big poofy hair, tutu dresses, and then what do? Toddlers and tiaras, the mini beauty pageants. They go out and entertain, twirl around with their makeup and the big hair, and have people just in awe at them, in awe at their beauty at just 6, 7 years old. That whole entire concept of like the mini beauty pageants is just really odd to me. Having essentially like a child be the center of attention where her beauty is put as the focal point. This reminds me of the whole like thing with JonBenet Ramsey. If you don't know, look it up. JonBenet Ramsey. That whole case with JonBenet Ramsey has never been solved, but I wouldn't be surprised if it could have been somebody that became obsessed with her at these shows that she used to do, beauty pageant shows, and they broke into the house, and I would not be surprised because these type of things are like cesspools for that type of attention where you have predators. So all in all, this episode just reminded me of just all the crazy stories we heard, and what about the stories we haven't heard yet? What about the stars that haven't told their story yet? You know, they lived to entertain us. They were the breadwinners of their family, but that came at a cost to their mental health, to their sanity, the traumatic experiences they had to go through, trying to entertain the public, do a funny show, do a funny movie. What was once fun for them became traumatic experience, became uncomfortable situations. Just like in this episode, Bethany groomed them into like, oh, okay, you won this competition now. Come to this high school party with me, lie about your age, get hit on by these guys. You don't like it? Oh, you're fired.
You know what, Bethany? I guess I don't get your program. I guess I'm just an uncool middle schooler.
So that was just my spill on Bethany Jones, Dejanay's older, predatory, grooming cousin. Because I feel like her character and that whole episode sometimes goes overlooked because of the dance routines. And you know, the Chain Triplets did their thing and then they danced to the 112 song. I feel like it gets overlooked with how predatory and dangerous Bethany really was to them. This is also a reminder that everything that glitters ain't gold. How many of us wanted to be child stars and child actors and child entertainers, but then we hear all the stuff they had to go through. And this is going back to the days of Shirley Temple. I remember somebody also brought up Shirley Temple and everything she went through as a 6-year-old, having to dance and entertain a lot of men in front of the camera and behind it. Because within a lot of these instances, they were forced in uncomfortable situations and also forced to grow up fast.
Grow up! Okay, when they're not looking at you is when you need to be worried. We're only 14.
So with that, let me know your thoughts down below. I know it's just a piggyback off my last video, but specifically speaking about Bethany, I really want to know what y'all got to say. And why do you think her character in this episode sometimes goes overlooked with the message they were really trying to portray? Of course, the thing is, don't try to grow up too fast. But another thing is, watch the company you keep. Watch who you trust, even if sometimes it's your own family. Dejanay will know.
Man, I thought your cousin was cool, Dejanay.
Please don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Thank you for watching and listening. I'll see y'all in the next video.
Okay, just wanted to let you know that you're on the show.